You want some really good audiobook recommendations? I got you. Let's go through 11 recs from a variety of genres. I know that there's going to be a book in here or two that sound really good for you, and all of these are just amazing as audiobooks. Two of my favorite books that I always recommend on audio. The first one is Daisy Jones and the Six. The second one is Lessons in Chemistry. Both of these are historical fiction. I loved them so much as audiobooks, more so than if I just read them, especially Daisy Jones and the Six. I don't recommend that you just read this one. You need to listen to the audiobook. This one's great either way, but the audiobook is the way to go, trust me. If you want a lighthearted mystery / thriller, I highly recommend Finlay Donovan is Killing It, books 1 and 2. The third one comes out soon. These are perfect as audiobooks. You have to listen to them as audiobooks over just reading them because they are so funny and so good. Trust me, you gotta do it. If you want a YA fantasy, highly recommend Belladonna as an audiobook. I listened / read this recently and it is perfect on audio. And let me just tell you, the narrator does such a good job with the main male character's voice. Like, so good. You gotta listen to it. You want a sci-fi fantasy rec? Vicious. The audiobook, damn good. Go give it a listen. You want something that's going to make you laugh your ass off? Dial A for Aunties as an audiobook is the way to go. It's so lighthearted and so funny. I enjoyed every second of it. You want something that's really thought-provoking and really just shows how we are all connected and how we can have empathy for each other. Anxious People by Frederick Bachman is the way to go. Reading this is also great, but the audiobook is perfect. Nonfiction audiobook rec is What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu. If you have not read or listened to this yet, this is your sign. Go do it. Go grab the audiobook and listen to it. It's narrated by Stephanie Fu herself, and it's the best memoir I have ever read in my entire life. And you get to hear some of her real therapy sessions in the audiobook, which is just perfect. Contemporary romance on audio, Delilah Green Doesn't Care and Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail. Yeah, these were great audiobooks. I think these would be great reading also, but the audio was done so well. You want a cozy fantasy, Under the Whispering Door. This is a masterpiece. I've been raving about this book for over a year on my account, and so if you have not read it yet or listened to it, this is your sign. Go grab the audiobook and listen to it because it is so good. Lastly, a coming of age YA historical fiction-y rec, The People We Keep by Alison Larkin. It's narrated by Julia Whelan. And if you have not listened to anything by Julia Whelan, you need to. She is my favorite audiobook narrator. So any book that is by her that's narrated, I always opt to listen to it versus just reading it. So this one is just so perfect on audio, and so are all of the other books by Julia Whelan.